Newsfirst studios in Dawson Street in Colombo. And this morning, as we continue the coverage of the COVID-19 virus, and whilst waiting for our guest this morning, who is Mr. Vidra Vikramanayake, who's supposedly around the corner, I thought I'd give you the updated figures, as I do each morning, from around the world. And these are the updated figures taken earlier this morning, about half an hour ago. And they are like this. These are the global figures. 858,547 confirmed cases of COVID. 41,838 sadly deceased. And a total of 175,850 who have actually recovered from the virus. Now then, in Sri Lanka, the figure is 143 confirmed cases, 2 sadly deceased, and 17 who've been recovered and sent home. Now then, this 143 is pretty worrying because yesterday, at about this time, it was 122. So in the space of a day, it's gone up by 21. Last morning, we had Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva here imploring upon the public the need to respect the curfew, to stay at home, and to stop breaking the rules and stop mingling about. He told us that the lorries will come around, that the trucks, the vans, and so on will come around and deliver essential items. Well, certainly I've noticed some of that in increasing numbers myself yesterday, and this morning too I noticed that there was various little vehicles around selling all sorts of things, including a little car that appeared to be selling bread in on the borders of Deyola and Wellawatte. Now then, the figures of 122 yesterday and 143 today indicating 21 going up. That's worrying. And it drives home the point that people must stay at home and only go out when they are so authorized to do. The government is very keen. I can also tell you this, that on the roads now, the level of roadblocks is far more intense than it was yesterday, and compared to say 3 or 4 days ago, it's very much more intense now. The army is out. There are roadblocks. There were roadblocks and road checkpoints far more this morning than they were yesterday, and certainly far more than last week. So the message is being spread by the government. The police are kind and accommodating, and as indeed are the tri-forces. But I think it's the onus is on the people, you and I, to follow the rules, and that is what we hope that everyone will do. I just thought I'd go through a couple of papers this morning that's been delivered. The value of the Sri Lankan rupee has depreciated further against the US dollar in the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak. The central bank said that the current selling rate of the US dollar is 192.45 rupees to the dollar. And the other headline story, of course, is that the GMOA has asked the government not to relax the curfew in view of the increased number. Actually, when the island went into print last night, the figure was 132, but actually the figure went up after that, and it's now 143. And the other stories in the front page of the island is that the SJB, led by Sajid Premadasa, opposes the bid to form a national government, and the Prime Minister denies the claim as baseless. And another one, a reminder, if ever we need one, by the island this time, that motorists who violate curfew face tough measures. We are told that they will not release the vehicles if it is seized until after the whole matter of this COVID-19 is resolved. So, you go out there and break the rules, but do so with an abundance of thought for what will happen. You will get arrested and your vehicle will be seized, never to be returned until after the COVID-19 matter is resolved. So it could be a frustrating wait for you. So there you go. And the other the sort of talk is that well, here you go. The Kalubowila Hospital, a ward of the Kalubowila Hospital was shut after the discovery of a COVID-19 patient. A ward has been shut down after one of its patients, says the island, was found to have contracted COVID-19. The patient is a 60-year-old man from Moritua. Thus, all hospital staff and patients in the ward have been ordered to be quarantined. And there you go. That's that. The other matter which we hope to discuss on the program today, of course, is the proposals by the government, by advisors of the government, that 20% of anybody's EPF ought to be released, up to a total of 500 billion rupees. There is great consternation about this, because it is being pointed out that money is a retirement fund, and the government should be doing other things other than to play around with the retirement funds of the hard-working people who, after all, will need it like never before by the time they come for retirement. On that note, we should go for a break. I believe that our guest this morning is here with us, and let's join that. I'll see you on the other side of this break.
News First, Newsline with Faraz, Shauketaly.
And good morning again, and welcome back to Newsline Live. We, as usual, are broadcasting from the Newsfirst studios in Dawes Street, and our guest this morning is with us, Mr. Vidura Vikramanayake, Member of Parliament, State Minister as well. Former State Minister, of course. We must be politically correct here. So, nevertheless, a politician. Now then, good morning, welcome. And you were running late because the highway was closed.
Yeah, highway is closed, that we have to take the...
We have to take the longer way.
Longer one.
Right, okay. Was there
I'm
much
sorry
traffic?
about it.
That doesn't matter. Was there much traffic?
No, there wasn't.
How were the roadblocks? Did you notice many?
There were about, around 4 or 5.
Right. So that's more intense today than there was, say, 5 days ago.
It should be. I believe that it should be. We should tighten the grip.
We should?
Yes, we should tighten.
Why is that?
If you want to contain this
COVID-19.
Yes, and on top of that, because it's not only the Sri Lanka that has been affected. The whole world has been affected.
Yes, 858,547 people.
And day by day, we find patients or affected people or infected people.
Yeah.
For that matter. So where are we going to infect the whole population at this rate? Therefore, this has to be contained. Restrict the movements of the people.
Is the government of the view that we are going to bite the bullet and we will continue with this curfew and so on, and restrict the movement in the greater interest of flattening the curve, of getting to grips with the problem? Is that right?
Yes, that is exactly what the government should do.
And are you committed to biting that bullet and doing that?
Yes, we are.
Right. Yeah. And are you then strategically well placed to handle the economic impact?
Yes, there will be. We have. Let's be very frank, open. We will be facing very difficult times in the future. As I said, we are not the only nation that has been affected with this. The whole world is affected.
Yes.
So I believe in about another 3-4 months to come, there will be a economic recession.
3 months.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months, right? All countries are subjected to that.
Right.
Now, as far as, pardon me for interrupting, you can see the oil prices, how they are coming down.
Yeah. But no benefit to the people here, by the way.
No benefit to the people as of now, because it was only yesterday or day before
Yeah.
that the oil prices came down drastically.
Is there plans to reduce fuel prices?
Could be, because anyway, who is using? There are very few people are should.
Yes, so our import bill might be down?
Yes, this is how we are thinking of giving more benefits to the people, because our expenses have lowered. Especially the parliament is not sitting for us, for your information. So
Bravo.
9.2 million is saved per day.
Yeah.
And so
Well, isn't that a recurring charge, or is it only when they're sitting?
they are sitting when they are sitting.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now I hear what you say, and I'm sure our viewers hear what you say. But, what about the people who have no salary to look forward to? The people who are dependent on that daily wage.
Daily wage, yes.
And now they're, on top of everything else, they're locked up at home.
Yeah, sure.
How are we
Be it a
getting-
daily wage earner or a billionaire,
Yeah.
for that matter, we all should sacrifice.
Okay.
We all should sacrifice.
Right.
You call it tightening the belts or whatever it is, but we have to sacrifice. I think so far, this is my personal view, the government is doing a good job looking after the people. Of course, there are some mishaps, some lapses of the mechanism, how they operate, and I accept it.
Okay.
But they are doing a wonderful job, not because I'm
Part of the government.
part of the government, was a part of the government, but no, not because of that. But I'm telling, the armed forces, the hospital staff, all of them, everybody,
Yeah.
even the people who are cleaning the streets,
Yeah. And they are actually on duty.
yes, they are on duty. Now, since day before yesterday, the postal,
Yeah, that's right.
Department,
They're working.
they're working. So everybody is sacrificing to the best of their ability. And I do believe that it will take about a week or so to get things further beneficial to the people. And then we can think of other means of how we can support them further.
Right. But nevertheless, my question, with all due respect, remains unanswered. How are you going to get food onto these people's, into their homes?
We have
especially the daily wage people. I'm concerned about them.
Yes. Now that is what we are planning to. The government is planning to give a ration,
Yeah. What's the mechanism?
adequate ration
Yeah.
to all these people. So I think by today or tomorrow they might start.
Can you tell us what the mechanism is going to be?
It's through the divisional secretaries,
Okay.
going down to the Grama Niladhari. Then from there, of course, the Samurdhi, the person who is in charge of agriculture, there's Govini Amaka,
Yeah.
the graduate and the people who are recruited under the graduate scheme,
Yeah.
they are all working together and with them, the biggest asset is as of now, because this is related to our health. That is the ladies who are working with the health.
The nurses.
Family, no.
Oh, the health visitors.
Yeah, that's right. So they are also with them.
Okay. So these people what? The
They,
trucks
they, they will
go
be
there?
identified. They will be identified, and once they have been identified, the list will be sent to the divisional secretary. From the divisional secretary, when the funds are available, the rations are available. The rations will be bought at that level,
Right. Okay.
and that is how it is.
So they're giving money. They're giving
I
rations.
think this because that happened even last beginning of this week.
Right.
They were given money,
Right.
and they can buy the stuff.
Right. So there has to be some sort of local leeway for them to come out of their homes and go out and.
Yeah, of course, that is the restrict the movement of the
Yeah.
people. How
So,
can we
yeah.
restrict it? If these things, rations and this food stuff, everything is available at the doorstep.
Yeah, or virtually at the doorstep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So the police will be sort of accommodating of you going up to your lane to get that.
we have to.
Yeah.
At least one person.
Yes,
One person.
that's practical.
Yes.
Right. But this, so you say that it's already started, it's happening right now?
It will today or tomorrow. It will take effect.
Right. Talking about the economy, what are we going to do? You're going to print more money?
Whether we are printing money or not, for the time being, it is irrelevant. This is my personal view. We have to overcome this at any cost.
Yeah.
At any cost. So therefore, forget about the economic jargons and all these things. I don't believe in this as of now. Non-believer of everything, the politics, the economic, nothing. What we should be concerned is get out of this mess. Get out of this mess.
That's very good, but it's a little bit utopian because Sri Lanka is hardly self-sufficient in these matters.
I was planning to come into that. This is the best time to implement a program for being self-sufficient. So let's start planting some plants where you can your household.
This is a very I said utopian, but actually it's a typical political analysis.
No, this is not political. This is a practical analysis. For us, you and I, we were there in 1977. That area,
Yeah.
that era.
Yeah. But you know, when they've been printing money, which is including issuing bonds and so on, that is also issuing money, it has caused our rupee to depreciate so much, and it's right around 192 now. All right, so our exports have been hit badly. Tea exports have been hit badly.
Which has not been hit badly.
That's true, but these are the matters that have historically consistently brought money to Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that is true. But this is we have to realize it.
Yes, but you know, now, for example, let's take Britain. They're in lockdown, but there's no shortage of anything. They phone up.
Who says that there is no shortage, my dear?
No, wait a minute. You go online, you go in there, you see what's available, and you can bring your things. It's delivered because the mechanism, they're used to that. But here we don't have the luxury of that. So the people are going to be stuck, and what are they going to do?
No, nobody will be starved. That I can assure you. You can say that I'm utopian. Yes, I'm utopian. Could be. Those people who changed this world has been all utopians.
But
at one time or the other.
You will get goods to the people.
Yes.
Because yesterday, driving through Slave Island, I saw a policeman with a long cane and chasing people away. This side, good. This side, bad. Because those people, honestly, they're not looking for to go to the coffee shop, are they? They're looking to buy essentials. They want to buy their coconut, they want to buy their rice, condiments, something to keep their children fed.
For us, have you analyzed How many families are there in Sri Lanka?
You tell me, because you're a politician, you know that.
Let's say 500,000 families.
Okay.
Okay. Then 1.5 million
Yeah.
are government workers, state workers.
Yeah.
Then almost 1 million families are Samurdhi. 5 million. So that, and how many are being looked after by the government in many ways? Be the aged population, after 70 they are being looked after by giving 2,000 a dole. That way, now how many families actually need this support?
Well, I thought I looked at it another way. If there's 500,000 three-wheelers in the country, and let's say 400,000 of them are being used to ply the roads, for hire as a taxi, then those 400,000 people, this is not their part-time job. This is their full-time job. Please have
Thank you.
a cup of tea. This is not their part-time job. This is their full-time job. They are supporting their family with that money. Now, there's curfew. They can't go out. The level of savings, thanks to the dreadful state of the economy, is very, very low indeed. Right? So now what?
No.
They don't even have the money.
Wait,
to go
now
and
you're
buy the
talking
stuff.
about the three-wheelers.
Well, because it's one example of a
Let's
daily
take
wage
that
person.
particular example.
Yeah.
Why can't we employ these people to deliver the goods
Splendid idea. That's just what I was coming at.
and give them? Of course, we'll charge anyway. Once it is being delivered to, not the rations that we were talking about.
No.
The other stuff
Yeah.
that you have.
Well, I mean,
500,000.
the Osisala
Yes.
or the other
Any other
pharmacies,
supermarket.
they need, if it's the government initiative and the government is the client, then the government will have to pay those three-wheelers and the delivery chaps. And that's good, because that will revive the economy.
Yes, that is
it's going
what-
part of the way of reviving
that
the
is-
economy.
That is what we should do.
Yeah.
And also there are a lot of
Is that
other,
what
other
your
categories.
Mr. Chamo Rajapaksa is doing? Is he playing a role in this? And there's another Mr. Rajapaksa, Basil, in charge of the other thing?
Whether it is a Rajapaksa or
Whoever. Okay, the
Vikramanayaka,
man in charge. Okay, the man in charge.
that is there. So whoever it is,
Yeah.
all what I believe that we have to get out of this. So we have to work accordingly,
Okay.
be united at this thing, and please listen to the health authorities. Never mind, you don't listen to the president, don't listen to the other people, but listen to the health authorities, please, and stay at home. This is what we need.
The word you were struggling for, according to the viewer, it was midwives.
That's midwife.
That's right.
But
Thank
that
you
is
very much.
not the midwife. No, they are using another term,
word. Okay.
Another term. That is, I don't know.
In England, they call them health visitors. Now then, on Newsline Live, we encourage you to send us your questions by SMS, please, 0772 300 305. We've still got about 10 to 12 minutes left of this version of Newsline. And let me take some of the SMSs that we've got here. Is it, somebody saying, is this the time that, are we going back to the era of Sirimavo Bandanaka? Is it a bad thing?
If that is the recipe for this,
right.
let's do that, whether we like it or not. But
It's going to be a long way off. It's a long shot to go self-sufficiency.
I'm answering the question.
Yeah.
And I'm not being utopian at that.
Okay. No. Okay.
What I'm saying is, if that is the recipe for them
Yeah.
to get out of this,
Yeah.
let's follow it. But I'm not telling that. I was referring to Faraz when there was the people. If you compare where is national production? Honestly, that's national. We are talking of this economy. We have been talking of this economy for the decades.
Yeah.
Where's the national economy? Is progressive? Where's the production? Agriculture, you're talking about tea.
Yeah.
Now, who has taken over us? Sri Lanka. There's no more Ceylon tea.
Yeah.
No more, no. Ceylon tea doesn't. When you say that it's Ceylon tea, no, nobody cares about it. We have come to that level. But lot of other countries, Kenya has taken over us, India has taken over. These countries were there even at that time.
Yeah.
But we were able to, because of our quality controls and we are restrictive measures, we were able to maintain the grade, especially the grade of the level of the quality of the Ceylon tea.
Right. But
So-
now, that very thing that you very proudly speak of and eloquently put is at risk because
Yes.
of this blessed sliding, depreciating rupee.
Could be Faraz, but
It is.
Yes,
It's
okay.
193.
I know that.
2015, January, 131.
Now it has gone down to 109. It might go to even to 200.
Oh, it
But-
will.
But I don't know what is important. What is important?
There you go. Look, let me fire this whole thing up by reading out to you this message that I've just received in the last few seconds. Sir, you're perfectly right. We cannot print money according to the whims and fancies of people. Sir, it's a waste of time. There are more talkers than doers in this country. A disgusted citizen.
Yeah. That is exactly what is happening. What happened to this country? Now there are more.
No, but let's not dwell in the past. What we're doing today for tomorrow.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you want to look after the economy, then you look after the economy.
Yeah.
Forget about these things.
Right.
You cannot have the cake and eat the cake too.
Right.
Choose one. What is more important?
What are we going to do?
We have to get rid of this COVID-19. That is what we have to do at any cost and at all costs.
And you have to feed the people.
We will do that.
And you have to deliver their medicines to
We will do that too.
them. Right.
What else?
The daily wage people, you've got a solution of sorts for them. What are you going to do with the construction industry?
Of course. Let's be practical.
They're going to stop.
They have to.
Okay.
They have to.
All right. Okay.
Because the moment...
What about all these business? So you're going to have moratoriums on all the loans and so on?
Yes, we have to. Whether we like it or not, that is the...
I wanted to ask you another question. The economic advisor to the Prime Minister says that 20% of EPF person's account can be refunded to them.
It's just a proposal. So we'll see.
Oh, it's just a proposal.
Just a proposal. It's just a proposal.
Have you managed to sort of skim through the proposal?
Personally, as of now, I don't. I am personally. This is my personal view.
Yeah.
We should not touch that.
Right.
Let us go to that when it is the last resort.
I was wondering how, and I did make a call to the Treasury yesterday, but I didn't get anywhere, because I was wondering how they're going to fund it.
The EPF.
Yeah.
No, it is just a
It's a proposal.
proposal. So we don't deal in that.
Okay. So we're wasting time.
wasting time.
Right. So we mustn't waste time on other matters, like, because this is so full of questions about these things. Are we going to continue going to China to try and get some money? They've given 500 million already. Another 700 they said million was in the pipeline. Will China give us more money?
They might. But I'm not a.
No, you're not the foreign minister.
Or
What
no,
is
the
the
financial minister.
Yes, okay.
So please pardon me. And on these economic issues, I'm
No, that's
bit
fine.
ignorant.
That's fine. But what about some inside information? When Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa spoke with the Emir from the UAE, I believe it was done yesterday or the day before, do you know if there's any money promised to us?
No, no. If you would have asked me yesterday whether to get in touch with Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa and get the confirmation, then I would have done it.
Can you do that? Then I'll phone you later on, and then you can tell me for Talk of the Town on Yes FM 101. You can tell me then in time for the evening edition of the Talk of the Town. Will you be able to do that?
We'll, as a country, who has faced this situation, I do believe that if there are any type of help that has been extended, and if it is constructive to this combating COVID-19, yes, I don't see any reason why we should not accept it.
Right.
But also looking, because thinking that this is the prime need of the time, I don't mind. I don't see anything.
Could the government give a directive that manufacturers, owners and employees need to work together to discuss temporary pay cuts to avoid factories collapsing, as factories will not be having orders to execute, hence no income? This would be a temporary measure, but this would be at least keep employees with jobs with some income coming in.
This is, if I say something to this, then you will say this is utopian.
No, go on. Sorry, you're smarting about that utopian word. Delete that, okay? No utopian. Go, answer the question. Answer the question.
There could be a temporary close down of this.
Yeah.
But we have to find a way of, now while combating this COVID-19, and we have to feed the people, keep them at home, and this is what the basic requirement is. That
to respect the law and so on, Parliament will need to make some amendments to these various acts. If employees are going to cut people's salaries, because then otherwise they'll be taken off.
No. That is why let me finish for us. And if the government can take care of the substantial part of their well-being, why do they need money to buy foodstuff, for their personal needs?
Okay.
So if that substantial portion of that that could be taken care by the government. So where's the is there a problem? They are worried about their people's well-being, their workers. So we'll take care of that.
You will?
Yeah, we can do that. I told you, Faraz, when you analyze this society in terms of the benefits they are receiving and also the employed, how many families that we have to take care? Not much. Not much.
You're making it sound very easy. Is it that easy?
It's not easy, but it's.
What you're saying, the numbers are small.
Numbers are very small to me, because based on the families, number of families that we have to cater.
All these hotels are empty. All these hotels are employing people, and as it is, they were just. I know this is. I'm making it sound as it's your fault. It's not your fault, but you, as a government, find yourselves in this position now, and they're just about raising their heads again after the disaster of April last year. So again, this time they're completely shut.
Yes,
they're totally shut.
Yes, totally.
Zero. Now they're in zero. How much longer? And again, I keep saying to you that the level of savings and reserves are pretty low.
Yes.
So the government has an enormous task ahead. Is it better to reconvene Parliament?
No. Why do you want to reconvene the Parliament? According to the Constitution, the President has all the powers now.
Right. But
so why do you want
I was thinking more minds together working for the national interest would be better than one person.
So why do you want Parliament to be convened? For that matter, they are welcome. they can air their views, but not these. I can see even within our faction, people, some politicians
Yeah.
are working towards to get a preferential vote. Their target is preferential votes.
Right.
And if the opposition, for that matter, work on that line, not on the preferential vote, but get into the power or to attack the government at this juncture, we should not do that. How did we behave after April 21st? We supported the government. There was curfew declared. We supported the government. We stood by them. We
Right.
stood by the measures
Right.
that they have they took.
Okay. We're coming towards the end, so I'll read this one. Unfortunately, we are living with illusions that we could prosper with tourism and foreign investment at the expense of nature. At least now, people should involve on sustainable economy without endangering the nature.
That is exactly where I was going. That is what I wanted to say. That is
Right.
why I referred to about 77 and before.
Okay.
Right now, some people say that we have only about 17% forest cover, 14% forest cover, 21% forest cover. The government says it has gone up to 25. No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Our forest cover has reduced.
Right.
And so with the nature. Everything, all laws, decrees that are negated by the nature. That is what has happened today. We have been destructing the environment to the whims and fancies so far. Not only Sri Lanka, but also the other countries. What happened in Amazon? What happened in Australia?
And what is happening to our rivers, which are the illegal sand mining,
Yes.
the lack of maintaining our rivers, not cleaning them and keeping them prim and proper. And if you don't believe what I say, another at home, do look up Google Earth, look up the rivers in Thailand, and then look up the rivers in Sri Lanka. You will see a very clear part where Sri Lankan rivers at various points are closing in, hardly any bank, they're blocked. That's because there's no proper maintenance, and it's also due to the erosion of the river banks and so on, which isn't doing very well, is it?
Yes, it is. But who is behind this? It's after all is us,
Indeed.
people.
Yeah.
We have not been concerned of
But a very special group of people who have political connections.
that we can say that.
Yeah.
But who again? If you turn the wheel,
It's the lack of the rule of law, isn't it?
not the lack of rule of law.
Now, the respect for the law, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, at the end of the day, all of us are answerable. Now we get these people elected. We get these people elected to the parliament or to the provincial council, or for that matter, Pradesh Sabha or municipal council. So,
Indeed.
please, that is why I am asking, I am telling you, I am pleading with you all. Please start planting. Even in a pot, please do that. Just one plant, please do that. Then respect the nature, environment. Again, third one, the elections will come. Maybe not tomorrow, may not be in a month, but elections will come definitely.
You missed one out. You haven't finished. Go on.
And get the people, those people who love the country. Get the people who love people and who love environment to the parliament.
You missed one out.
Tell me.
And it's one of our listeners who's
Yes.
sent the message. Nothing will happen until people respect the law.
Yes.
Vidra Vikramanayake, thank you very much for coming
Stay
here.
please stay at home for us.
I will, but I've kept my social distance from you. And, if you put your arm out as well, we won't be able to touch each other. We won't be able to touch each other.
We should touch through the hearts.
Indeed, we will. But touching the
And
hearts...
the minds.
But touching the hearts and touching the minds means nothing unless we are able to deliver goods to the people who are stuck at home without medicine, without the essential items. And I'm glad that former Minister Vidura Vikramanayake is telling us that things are at an advanced stage, and that as indeed Lieutenant General Shamendra Sivu said yesterday, this thing will start rolling out. It started rolling out slowly, but it will gather momentum by, say, today and tomorrow. And thank you again.
Thank you, Faraz. Thank you very much.
Keep your distance, stay safe, stay alive. On that note, take care, and remember, we are all in this together. It's one country, one nation, one people, because there's only the one virus too. Take care. God bless.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shauketaly.